What do you think are the key things that you've done right in Latitude that make you proud, but also that served a certain inflection point that contributed to the fact that you have this incredible community, incredible deal flow, incredible team, and so much ahead of you?
We've stayed very disciplined in being a pre-seed lead fund, one of the only funds that exclusively leads pre-seed. From a financial standpoint, I think in the long run, it will yield amazing results because it is much easier to return a small fund than a larger fund. It's very hard to start a fund. It's kind of an unfair game because, it's difficult. I think that staying in our lane and obsessing about this moment where I believe that there's the largest gap where we are. I think that if you look at the evolution of Latin American investors, now I really kind of think ourselves as a Silicon Valley VC. I'm based in San Francisco, but the explosion of like seed funds is like seed and Series A, but really seed. I mean, I don't know how many thousands of seed funds there are in the Bay Area now. It's insane. And even in Latin America, going back to when I started, I could count the funds on one hand, right? Now there's like funds, I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this fund before. That's, to me, is like a surprise and a foreign concept, thinking back to what I was building 10, 15 years ago. Having the discipline, staying ultra locked in on that stage. I think the other thing that I would add is that when you look at certain funds and kind of how their thesis, like a lot of the funds in LATAM are very like, oh, we do LATAM moat specific things that only are enabled because of the mechanics of how the market works in Brazil or in X market. And we have just followed the talent. Going back to the numbers, 3% of the founders were building global companies 5 years ago. Now it's close to 50%. It's at 46% from our last cohort. We had to evolve. We could have just said, oh, we're only a LATAM VC. We're actually an expansion of what we were, and it's because we're following the talent. And so being Silicon Valley based, having half of the team based in San Francisco now, that's something that, is a natural progression. And we saw it kind of early and it became our focus. And so I think that those two things are two qualities and things that we've adapted that have enabled us, I think, to be positioned well for this kind of current moment in time.